Hello guys, this is Jana from English Buff, and today we're going to talk with you about IELTS and namely Writing Task 2. I've been preparing for this exam for more than 7 years and I've passed it myself 2 times so far, so I have some precious knowledge and experience to share with you. And you know what I've noticed? No matter how well you speak, or how good you are at listening or reading, if you don't have proper preparation for the writing section, you will never get more than 6.5. Why is this happening? Well, the point is that IELTS assessors have specific requirements for task takers. And if you don't fulfill these requirements, you will fail to get high score in all likelihood. In this video, I'm gonna share with you all of them and show you some samples which were written by me or my students. So watch this video up to the end. It will be super informative and useful, I promise. Let's get started. Now, the assessment of your essay is based on 4 criteria, namely task achievement, coherence and cohesion, lexical resource, grammatical range and accuracy. Let's start with task achievement. It includes the first one, answering the question, meaning be on topic and not to digress. The second one is to state your position clearly when you are required to, of course. And the third one is to write at least 250 words. I'll show you an example. Let's take a look at the task. So, because computers can translate all languages very quickly and accurately, learning a foreign language is a waste of time. To what extent do you agree or disagree? And now let's see what my student wrote. So, what we see? The student included only one part of the task, which is computer, and began to write only about it. But the task is to express the opinion whether it is a waste of time to learn a foreign language, if we can translate everything with the help of computer. Has he done it? Definitely not. This is what is known as being off topic. The second point is to make your position clear. Let's take a look at the sample once again. So, the question is, to what extent do you agree or disagree? And what does the student write? Does he answer the question? Definitely not. So, how it should look to get 7+? Here is my example for you. How to always stay on topic. Underline or highlight the key words in the task and then make a plan in accordance with the highlighted words. This will definitely help you not to digress and always stay on topic. Let's take a look at another task. Read it and try to find the key words. Some people say that in our modern age, it is unnecessary to teach children about the skills of handwriting. To what extent do you agree or disagree? Here are the key words that I've underlined. Did you choose the same words? Good job. If not, just continue training and you will learn to do it properly. The last thing to consider is the length of your essay. You are required to write at least 250 words. If you write less, you will get penalty for that. If you write more, well, good job. But don't write more than 300 words, because you are evaluated not on the ability to write long texts, but on the ability to produce organized ideas and thoughts. I would rather write from 250 to 270 words and leave some time for editing than write 300 words and have no time to check my work. next criterion is coherence and cohesion. This means that you should be able to produce good structure and to connect properly the sentence with each other and the words in the sentence. Let's take a look at the sample. Nowadays, more and more people are moving from the countryside to cities, which are becoming overcrowded. What are the reasons for this movement to cities and what can be done to reduce it? And here is the paragraph written by my student. What is the problem here? The structure. IELTS essay has specific requirements to the structure. So what should be the structure like? The first sentence is a topic sentence, then goes explanation, exemplification, effect, and link to the next paragraph. Now let's take a look at my own paragraph on this topic. So the topic sentence is the first one. Here I give a general overview of what I'm going to write in this paragraph. The second sentence is explanation of the topic sentence where I present additional information concerning the paragraph. Then I give an example. It can be general or specific. You see that I've given a specific example about India. The next sentence is an effect where I write what it will lead to. And the last one is the link to another paragraph. The third criterion is lexical resource. It includes vocabulary range and vocabulary precision. We're going to start from the first one. So, vocabulary range is an ability to eliminate repetition and use more advanced vocabulary. Let's take a look at one of my students' works. How many times did the one use the words children and money? A lot. And this is what is called a limited range of vocabulary. So how can we avoid the repetition? With the synonyms and referencing. But be careful with the synonyms because not all words have direct synonyms. If they don't, then you should rewrite the sentence. Let's take a look at how I rectified the work. That's how we can show the range. What about the precision? Precision is an ability to be accurate and not to make mistakes in words, mainly spelling, word formation, and collocations. Now, 3 things that you should remember about this criterion. Use the synonyms and referencing to avoid the repetition. If you cannot find the synonym to the word, change the sentence. And don't use the word if you don't know how to spell it properly. And the last thing we are going to look at is grammatical range and accuracy. So, grammatical range is a diversity of sentence types that you use in your essay. And accuracy is how well you can write. Can you make error-free sentences or not? Let's take a look at the sample. This paragraph has perfectly accurate grammar and yet it will get not more than 4 points out of 9. Why? There is no range. So what sentence types you should use? The first one is compound sentences. This is when you have one idea plus one more idea. The second one, complex sentences, when we have one idea plus 1 or 2 more ideas. Passive sentences. and conditional sentences. That's it for now. Thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you very soon in my next video. Subscribe if you haven't done it yet, and see you next time. Bye bye.